My story takes place in the year 1994. I had a massive, relentless, powerful, stage 5, borderlining stalker behavior crush on a guy named Chris. Okay, so to borrow a phrase from my grandmother, he could not see me for dust. Okay, so I pined for him. We hung out in the same crowd, and I would always go to the places that he was going to be there, and I would always just, why won't he talk to me? And it was probably because I was sitting there sulking. But one night, I got a golden opportunity. We were at a party, and he was too drunk, and so he needed a ride home. And I was like, I'll do it. I have a car. I can take you home. And he's like, okay. So I drive him home, and I'm a music person, so I'm one of those kind of people that, I'm like, I have this song that I am hyperfixated on, so I'm gonna make you hyperfixated on it too. So let's listen to this song 1,000 times. And I was doing that to him in the parking lot when he just stopped, and he grabbed my face like that. And he was like, this is a really good song. And I was like, it is. I wish I could remember the song. I cannot. Because what happened next blew my brains out. Because he kissed me. Yes. And it was on. It was on like Donkey Kong. We were making out, just feeling our bodies all over, mashing up, just going insane. And I do have to pause to explain. He lived in a weird kind of apartment building that was like on a hill. Like they just looked at a hill and they said that would be great to build apartments on it. So to go to the driveway, you had to drive up this big, long hill, and the parking lot was like this, cliff that went down to the other apartments. And if you weren't careful, you could drive down into the apartments. Okay, so back to the story. We're all hot and heavy. That's the theme. And I was like, are we moving? Like, is the earth moving? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, no, I don't think. And then I looked, and I could see the trees just bobbing along. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I remembered that in the moment, I didn't put the car in park because I was afraid that would take us out of the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to stop when you're hot and heavy. You want to keep going. But I was like, oh shit. Another thing that my grandmother used to say is you could not put a fart between the distance of my wheels and the cliff that would have gone down to the apartments underneath. So we were lucky in that case. The story does not end with anything hot and heavy though, because right after that, he threw up all down the side of my car. Right? But yeah, so that is my story. Thank you.